I'm Pastor George Borghardt, and this is another Higher Things video short. Easter Wednesday. There's so much Easter. That's the subject of today's Higher Things video short. We thought that it was over on Sunday, but Jesus has continued to be Eastering all the way until Wednesday, Easter Wednesday. Still a gold day, and still hugely important. On Easter Wednesday, we hear John 21, the miraculous catch of fish. The apostles, doing their fishing thing, go out to catch some fish. They catch nothing over the course of the night. They see Jesus on the shore, but they don't recognize him as Jesus. And he says, "Children, have you caught any fish?" Well, of course they haven't. No is the answer. Cast your net on the right side and you will find some. And they cast their nets on the right side of the boat, and they can't haul the thing in for all the quantity of fish. And Peter, the one who 3 times denied his Lord, sees Jesus for who he is by what he does and what he promises. That is how we know Jesus. We do not know Jesus because he's easily recognizable by all his pictures. You know the graduation pictures of him. They're everywhere. It looks like Jesus, class of 31. He was the head of the preaching club, this public speaking club. Anyway, you know the pictures of him all around. I'm almost certain he doesn't look like the pictures, and we wouldn't know him even if we saw him apart from him revealing himself. And he chooses to reveal himself in John 21 at the miraculous catch of fish. He repeats a miracle that he had previously done, and they see him for who he is. And Peter goes jumping out of the boat. And he hurls himself into the sea and goes running to the shore to see Jesus. And the apostles are dragging this net full of 153 fish. Why not 154? Why not 155? Well, because they actually had 153 fish. And so they take the fish, and Jesus has already some on the fire for them. And they have breakfast with the Lord. You see, and he took the bread and he gave it to them, so also the fish, just like he had done in John 6. Jesus makes himself known after his resurrection by what he does, by his words and his promises, by his breaking of bread. He makes himself known to the disciples, and they see him for who he is, the one who died and rose again for them. What we learn on Easter Wednesday is we wouldn't know him apart from him revealing himself to us. We wouldn't recognize him apart from him making himself known, his making himself known. But he has made himself known to us, not by sight, but in his words and in his promises. If you want to receive Jesus, if you want to know this Jesus, I could spend hours proving to him that this is the most reasonable thing is that deals with the evidence, the eyewitness testimony, that Christ rose from the dead is the most reasonable thing that fits all the evidence. But it will still take faith. It'll still take Jesus revealing himself to you for us to believe and grasp that. So it takes the pressure off of us when we tell others about Jesus. We don't have to convert anybody. Jesus does it. And we didn't come to Jesus by our own reason or strength. He revealed himself to us in the word, in the breaking of the bread, in the waters of our baptism. And so what we learn on Easter Wednesday is to take comfort in his resurrection. The one who died on the cross for us rose again from the dead. And he revealed himself to the apostles in many various ways, including in John 21, a miraculous catch of fish. And this Lord not only died for us, but he rose for us and he lives for us. And our salvation is located in him, not in us figuring out who he is, but in his revealing of himself to us in the word, in the water, and in his body and blood. Happy Easter. I'm Pastor George Borghardt, and this has been another Higher Things video short.